Hi, everybody. Happy fall. And we are back with another episode of what I'm for now calling Three Treasures, even though I don't really like that title at all. Three things that I like. Three things generally about watches and clothing and material items and materialism that I like, but we do balance out with morality by the end of the video. That's kind of the message here. It's like material items are really good so long as you're a good guy. First is a Breitling. This is an unbelievable Breitling. 1940s, solid pink gold, 18 karat. I think it's actually red gold because of the high concentration of copper. The color of this is unbelievable. Condition on this watch is wild. What I think is interesting about this watch, particularly, is, well, two things. From the Breitling perspective, Breitling chronographs, Breitling is well known for their Navitimer, obviously, but that's a decidedly sporty pilot's watch. Like now we wear it because now like there are no rules, like everyone kind of wears whatever they want. But back then, like you'd kind of look funny, like the idea of you wearing a tool. It's like walking around with a hammer on your waist and not being a construction guy. Like now it's just everyone is playing dress up, right? We have hipsters in the East Village wearing Carhartt that they intentionally wore out, right? It's just who we are now. We're a very performative culture. But at the time, they were tool watches, and that was the point. And that's what it was. Whereas this watch, this Premier Chrono, was a gentleman's watch, a doctor's watch, a lawyer, anyone that wanted to time something, but was, kind of conforming to the norms of the 1940s, right? Being dressed, suit, whatever, tie, dress shirt, sweater, etc., right? These watches had tool capacity, but were really primarily, conforming to elegant culture of the era. Second, what I think is so great about this watch is it looks almost just like Patek Philippe's 1463, the Tasti Tondi, which I believe was the third reference of Patek Philippe chronograph. Waterproof, I believe. Waterproof. Fabulous watch. Dual register, pump pushers, has this, very similar aesthetic. In fact, if you show this watch to any watch guy, they would say, oh, wow, it's like a Breitling Tasti Tondi. Oh, and it's Breitling. That's kind of cool because Breitling generally made all tool watches. Wow, how cool. That's what anybody would say. It'd be a very predictable, remark, right? And it'd be true. But this is beautiful, fabulous condition. Again, manually wound movement by Venus. Beautiful syringe hands in blue. Kind of doesn't really get better. Under $10,000. And this is like well under $10,000. It's in the sixes. Watches, vintage chronographs don't really get much better. And when they do, you're talking about crazy, crazy brands and money that's just, now stratospheric. Whereas this is less than an Oyster Perpetual, and by every measure, more collectible, more precious, more complicated. So this is a legitimate no-brainer. Of course, this watch is for sale in the Theo and Harris watch shop. Whether or not you're interested in buying it is irrelevant to me. Someone will. But go ahead onto the shop, take a look at this watch, the photographs, they're beautiful, and enjoy. Just enjoy the watch. Just enjoy the watch. And if you don't want to buy a watch, go buy straps because we need people to buy straps. The second item, speaking of which, the strap here is gorgeous. Alligator, honey color, fabulous, really beautiful. This is such a great watch, and it's great in the light too. Next item here, these are polarizing, and I know that people are going to hate these, but this is a pair of my Gucci 1953s, and these are horribly ugly. I'm man enough to admit that. The reason you buy something like this, and the reason why I like shoes. Here they are, by the way. These are like in a fabric, like what would probably be called raffia, at least somewhat accurately. And this is in like an off-white and cream color. It's very Palm Beach. It's all that. Miami Vice, Palm Beach. It's all that. What's so cool, I think, about the shoe world as opposed to the watch world is a really great pair of shoes that are divergent and weird and seldom worn are still not that expensive. And I know it sounds crazy, but somewhere, depending on the shoe, between $400 and $1,000, you can basically, within relative reason, get great shoes. Okay, that's where it opens, and that's where you kind of start to hit a ceiling before you go into the stratospheric world, right? But at that number, you don't need to get a ton of use out of something to make it worth owning. Whereas with watches, it kind of has to be, right? In watches, you go and you buy a really cool watch that you're almost never going to wear, and it's $10,000. Or it's $3,000 and you never wear it, right? That's my problem with like watch collecting in a way, is that it is so expensive that when you're experimenting, it does kind of become prohibitive. It's like, yeah, for argument's sake, I really love that yellow Hublot chronograph for the summer. Yeah, but you wear it twice, and the thing was $18,000. Whereas you could buy a pair of, yellow comparable, alligator loafers, for $5,000. And again, alligator's ridiculous. Or in calf or suede at 800. And I know that's ridiculous. I know those numbers are ridiculous and I sound insane, but it is true. The shoe hobby is a little bit more manageable. It's not just shoes, it's clothing in general. You can be a little bit bolder for less money, but considerably less money. You can get a lot of that personality out without really wasting anything. So those are my Gucci ridiculous off-white raffia shoes. Those are, again, I'm fully aware that those are absurd. Last but not least, the third of my treasures today. It's actually not the Barber jacket. It is this little Longhorn pin I wear on my lapel. I love pins, but this is my favorite pin. My best friend growing up, it was the three of Sam. Sam, Jacob, and I were very good friends, but Jacob and I, before Sam, were really best friends. And Jacob lived in Texas, and I spent a lot of time outside of Houston when I was growing up. We used to go visit all the time, and we just had the best times. And I loved Jacob very much. And he was a Longhorn, obviously. And I used to, be a New Jersey kid, but always wearing Longhorn hats or a Longhorn jersey or Longhorn sleepwear, And I took a lot of pride in like this Texas dual identity that I had, which was kind of weird. And I don't do that anymore, meaning the hat and the jersey. But I do wear a Longhorn pin when I wear my Barber specifically, but that other stuff too, if I could just throw it on, because Jacob has passed away, and I still like to keep that Longhorn dual identity with me and near me all the time. So that's it. Those are my three treasures from today, from the material to the purely sentimental. That's it. I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. God bless you all. God bless you, Jacob. And I'll see you all soon. And head on over to the Theo and Harris watch shop and the strap shop for that matter, and all the shops. Go take a look at everything we have for sale, because we are a family business and it is incumbent upon you to support family businesses, because without family businesses, what happens to America? What is America without family? I'm just kidding. But seriously, go ahead. If you like something, buy it. If you don't, buy it anyway. And I don't know, leave it. Let it click dust. Doesn't matter to me. What do you do? I don't know what I'm saying. Just go shop. I'm just kidding.